One of two men charged with setting a Chase bank on fire during the riots in La Mesa last year is sentenced and gets probation. Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Marcella Lee. Ricky Cooper received 1 year probation. He pleaded guilty to arson last month. News 8's Heather Hope joins us live outside the El Cajon courthouse with more on today's sentencing. Heather?
Yes, in addition to that probation for 365 days, Cooper also was ordered to stay 100 yards away from several La Mesa businesses, and this is for that 1 year term.
He is out of custody, present before the court for purposes of sentencing.
34-year-old Ricky Cooper was in El Cajon Superior Court, shown chewing gum as he listened to the terms of his probation sentencing. Cooper is one of two men charged with setting fire to a Chase bank in La Mesa following last year's protests after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis and the controversial arrest of Amari Johnson near a La Mesa bus stop. Cooper pleaded guilty to arson and burglary charges for the May 30th, 2020 fire. The prosecutor said Cooper showed himself on a video at the scene.
At the protest, this was before the riot incident started happening. The defendant recorded himself, posted on his Facebook. That information was obtained by law enforcement and assisted in the identification of the defendant.
The prosecutor said Cooper was one of several people who broke into businesses at the Mesa Shopping Center and stole items on the night of May 30th. A judge ordered he pay restitution, $17 to Sally's Beauty Supply, $30 to Play It Again Sports, and left up restitution to Chase Bank and Vons for those amounts.
Mr. Cooper has done an inordinate amount of time in custody on this case, and so I'm asking the court to consider finding any fines and fees that the court can to be satisfied by the time in custody.
Judge Stephen Stone ordered that Cooper stay away from the three La Mesa businesses and the area of the Chase Bank on Spring Street. Cooper was sentenced to 365 days probation and received credits for 354 days in custody he had already served.
Do you understand the terms and conditions upon which a grant of probation is offered, and do you accept probation on those terms?
Yes, sir.
You report to probation forthwith.
A judge also ordered that Cooper begin doing this victim's restitution. That will start January 3rd for a payment plan of $50 a month. His co-defendant, Alexander King, 20 years old, who also faces charges of arson and burglary, is due in court next month.